you ever wondered what happens at a party where you're the main course? Before we go any further, I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. You never know what might happen. You might think I'm talking about a bad dinner party, but trust me, this is much worse. I live in a city, or at least I did, and one of my neighbors was always a mystery. Their mansion was a looming presence on the street, but we never saw them. No lights were ever on, no curtains moved, and no sounds leaked out. Then one day an invitation arrived to party at our neighbor's house. It was cryptic, just a date and time, and a request to come hungry. Curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to attend. After all, I just had to see the inside of that mansion. As I walked up the path to the front door, the iron gates creaked open as if beckoning me inside. I hesitated for a moment, the mansion's imposing facade both fascinating and intimidating. Taking a deep breath, I stepped through the doorway and found myself in a world of enchantment. The party was in full swing. Music filled the air, mingling with the scent of exotic spices and flowers. The drawing room was ablaze with candlelight, creating dancing shadows on the walls. Guests from all walks of life were there. A kaleidoscope of faces, yet none seemed out of place. Among them were people I knew, friends and acquaintances who had accepted the invitation like me. Yet none of them seemed surprised to be there. It was as if they had known about the party, about our neighbors, and about their enigmatic ways long ago. Then I saw them, the hosts, the mysterious couple who had sent the cryptic invitation. They stood by the grand piano like a king and queen surveying their domain. The woman was stunning, with flowing silver hair and eyes that glittered like stars. The man was equally captivating, his presence commanding attention, yet disarmingly charming. They greeted their guests with warm smiles, making everyone feel welcome in their extraordinary abode. As the evening deepened, I found myself swept up in the enchantment of it all. The music changed, becoming more lively, and couples filled the dance floor. The food was served, a feast fit for royalty, and the wine flowed freely. I laughed, I danced, and I talked with strangers, who became friends in an instant. Time seemed to stand still, and I lost myself in the magic of the moment. But as the night wore on, I couldn't shake off a growing unease. The mansion, once so welcoming, now seemed to be closing in on me. I noticed strange symbols etched into the walls, and many of the guests, including those I knew, wore attire that seemed to have been designed to conceal their faces. Their laughter echoed strangely in my ears, and when I looked into their eyes, I saw a disturbing lack of recognition. It was as if they had all been transformed into someone else. Suddenly, the music stopped, and all eyes turned toward the grand staircase. As the couple descended, their smiles now seemed predatory, their eyes gleaming with an otherworldly intensity. They whispered something to each other, their voices hushed, yet urgent, and then they began to approach me. Terror gripped me. As they drew closer, their whispers reaching my ears. You're a perfect sacrifice. The dawn will bring new life, and your death will bring us power. It dawned on me, too late, that I was not a guest, but an offering. The party wasn't a celebration, but a ritual, and I was its unsuspecting target. The realization sent a chill down my spine. The couple's faces contorted into twisted grins, revealing something inhuman, something terrifying beneath. Their skin, their teeth sharpened into fangs, their eyes glowed an eerie red in the dim light. They lunged toward me, and in that instant, I understood. I was not the first. This was a ritual they performed, sacrificing innocent souls for power and immortality. They moved with unnatural speed, and before I could scream, they had me pinned against the wall. Their grasp was like iron, their strength belying their seemingly frail forms. The guests, those ghastly figures I had seen earlier, joined in, their eyes burning with fanatical fervor. They chanted in a language that was ancient and evil, and their voices rose to a deafening crescendo. The hosts, their faces now pale masks, raised their hands, and I felt the weight of their twisted devotion pressing down on me. Through the window, I saw the first light of dawn creeping over the horizon. The cultists paused their chanting, their gazes fixed on the eastern sky. "It's time," they whispered, their voices hoarse with anticipation. In a desperate bid to escape, I struggled against their hold, but it was futile. Their grip was too tight, their determination too strong. They dragged me toward the waiting crowd, and I cried out for help, for mercy. But my pleas were lost in the chanting of the cultists. As the sun's rays touched the horizon, bathing the room in an eerie glow, they brought me to the center of the circle. And in the final moments before the light consumed the sky, I saw their faces, contorted in a mixture of ecstasy and triumph. And then the pain began, and darkness engulfed me. Did you enjoy this horror fest? If yes, make sure to subscribe to my channel to get notified when the next one drops. Till then, stay safe.